with the ball centered in the mid lane to intercept anything to the middle. And our goalkeeper does stay back. And now with the pass or the dribble, we continue the press on the weak side of the floor. So 2 hard dribbles. We're going to trap now. Look who traps. Again, the point player is putting tremendous pressure on. Our trapper, our 2 guard, takes away the sideline, pressures, contains, locks in, hands up, okay, without fouling. And the interceptor now has come to this side of the floor, our 1 man, denying sideline pass, and our trapper there has the same role and takes away the pass to the middle. 2 trap rule. Let's say there's 1 more pass up the sideline. We trap with our interceptor and with our trapper. Notice our other players rotate. They've got to sprint back. 5-man protects the sideline court. Our weak side trapper, our 3-man darts back to protect the basket. And our point player, our 4-man, takes away the pass into the middle. Next, we'll show what happens if they take the ball out on the other side of the floor. Let's say they run the baseline after a field goal or foul shot made by us, or if they take the ball in a stationary position, left side of the court going that way, how we handle it. So let's run the baseline, okay, boom. Good. On the play here, notice that our interceptor, when he ran from side to side, went with the ball. So he winds up on that side of the court. Our goalkeeper moved over to that side of the floor. Ball was thrown in. Again, a successful trap with 2 and 4. Interceptor, trapper rotates to the middle. Deep man stays back. Or if they take the ball out on this side of the floor, let's say it's now stationary, okay? We just committed a violation. They get the ball. We can't run the baseline now, Joe. We will switch only 1 and 5. So 1 with the ball taken out on this side of the court. We'll go left side as we go to that hoop. Okay, Rudy, right side, and it's the same application of the press. Ball is successfully thrown in. Okay, trap. Okay, sideline denial, middle denial, goalkeeper back, and we're ready and we're in business. At the outset of this clinic on the 1-2-1-1 full court press, we also said we can also use it when the ball is on the sideline, deep into the back court. How we align 1-2-1-1, and on the first pass trap, okay, into our usual rotations. So pass is made in bounds. We trap, notice, with the point and with the trapper. We have the sideline taken care of by our interceptor. We have the weak side trapper denying middle, and we have the same rules apply with the ball from sideline, inbounds, and a successful trap to go from here. Okay, pass is made in bounds. Okay, our next clinic in our presentation will be the 3-quarter 2-2-1 press. Let's first show player responsibilities and alignment. We place our guards up front on the front line in the press, starting with a bigger guard, our 2 guard here on this side of the floor, because most teams take the ball out on the right side of the court as we go 94 feet. Our other guard, our point guard, plays the other side of the front line to form that first formation. Our forwards, our 3-man, a smaller forward, plays the second line of our press, which is back on this side, aligned with the 2 guard, and our forward, our 4-man, plays the second part of the second line, okay, on that side of the floor. Our 5-player, our goalkeeper, plays back, protecting the baskets, no layups. Again, we're looking for bad decisions, errant passes, a possible 10-second violation in this particular press. Let's go with the first pass being successfully thrown in bounds. We, most of the time, allow the ball to be inbounded from one player to the other. So there's a pass in bounds. Right away, the strong side of our front line, our 2-man, will put instant pressure on the ball. He's got to pressure and contain. He also has to trace. He has his elbow in tight, no fouls. He's forcing and channeling the alley of the court. That's where he would like the dribble to go. He's not allowing any dribble or pass into the middle of the floor. Also, he takes away the diagonal pass. Don't let the ball go cross court from this position. So that's his responsibility. The next player with the ball being pressured by our front line is our three-man, the small forward. Notice he's 2/3 the distance from the ball to a man up the side of the court. His butt is towards the middle of the floor, and he's playing cat and mouse back and forth, okay, not allowing any easy entry that'll hurt us on that side of the floor. Our weak side guard, the front line man, is taking away short middle. No one's there right now. And our weak side forward, our four-man, is taking away what is called deep middle. Anybody in the middle of the floor with the ball there, we have to take dribbles and passes away to the middle of the court. But also, let's say he flashes to the short middle. Notice how they communicate. 4 passes him off to 1, and now we're taking away the short middle again with our weak side guard. Our 5-player, our goalkeeper, shades to that side of the floor, protecting the basket. No layups, please. Now, we're going to force that dribble, aren't we? And as we force the dribble, keep it right there. Notice we're all retreating. Hold it right there, Quentin. We would prefer, okay, to keep retreating and keep the short middle guarded with our point guard, deep middle with our 4-man. 5 is there, and we would like to entice the ball handler to dribble over half court for our first trap. So let's say we've done a good job of doing that. Nothing is open. We're going into the front court. Now we surprise the dribbler. On that last dribble, we're going to blitz the ball handler with our small forward who is playing cat and mouse, and with our 2 guard, a guard. Notice the trap, trace, interlocked, no fouls. We sometimes can steal the ball up the sideline. If his vision is impaired, we may be able to steal the ball up the sideline with 5. But notice the short middle is taken care of. There's no pass there. The deep middle is taken care of. And since you've dribbled into the front court, you can't throw it to the back court. We have a great trap situation and a possible steal. Let's show one more pass. If they do make a successful pass up the sideline, let's show the trap in the rotation. Pass is made. Notice that 3 and 5. 5 first. He has to do a very good job of coming out, taking away the shot, taking away the drive, containing the ball, and waiting for his trap of 3. Now we've got the second trap up the sideline with 5 and with 3. Notice the weak side forward. He did not fall asleep. He protected the strong side block. He went from deep middle to strong side. The weak side guard, our 1-man, flashed from the short middle all the way to the weak side, protecting the basket on that side. And our first trap of 2, he did a good job of steering the ball over half court. He trapped, he sprints in, taking away the pass to a post area. So we've taken away the strong side block, the weak side block, the post area. On the pass back out, we're in either zone or man-to-man. All coaches should break up their court into segments. In our 3-quarter 2-to-1 press, we do that also. So let's show the successful pass inbounds, going from out of bounds to a player. Quentin, you want to break hard? Okay, notice we're forcing sideline. We've talked about our alignment, our player responsibilities, but we, sometimes tape the court. There's a side lane from the sideline of the court to the 3-second line up. This constitutes and comprises our side lane. Our mid lane is key, line to 3-second key line. Anything down from basket to basket is considered our mid lane. And then from this line over, the 3-second line up to the sideline left is called our other side lane. Notice when the pass is made from side lane to side lane, we've got the pass, how these 2 players work, with the baton. We had one player almost yell go. pass the baton, okay, communication, they're on a string. We want to take care of the short middle and then pressure the ball as soon as possible. Now with the ball in the side lane here, we now have our one guard front line man containing, pressuring alley force. We have our four-man playing 2/3 the distance between his man in that vicinity and the ball. Okay, short middle is taken care of by our two guard. Deep middle by our three-man on the dribble. Okay, we're going to go the same routine back and forth. Okay, let's bring it back. Now let's show what happens if the ball is passed to the mid lane from the side lane. We have two ways to handle it. One is on a pass from side lane to mid lane. We immediately pressure with our short middle man to put instant pressure on the ball. The man on the ball had passed the baton to one, goes into the middle of the court. And notice our second line. Our 3 and our 4 player match up with potential pass receivers from the mid lane up the court. If there's a dribble, okay, we stay on the ball, okay, and we have our same principles. Ball's back. We like, though, on retreating passes, we stay in the press by retreating both of our frontline players to the middle of the court. Again, the clock is running. 10-second violation. There's been one pass made, now 2 passes. So pass back to the mid lane. We have both guards rotate back here, take away anything short middle. If you came all the way, they would now be talked. Now you've got that. Okay, back Nick. And on a dribble, okay, now we put instant pressure on the ball. Side lane, short middle, deep middle, basket protector leans that away, sideline. Ball is back. We talked about this. If the ball is dribbled into the middle of the floor, into the mid lane, or if it's thrown to the deep middle, our guy fell asleep, he was a little lazy, he didn't get the job done, we sprint back most of the time to a zone, but we've also gone back to man with the successful pass to the deep middle. So it's made, boom, we got to get back, talk, stop the ball, pressure, good enough. Okay, next we're going to show a pass from side lane to mid lane, how we retreat with our front line, and how an explosive dribble that tries to penetrate and break us down, how we double team. Pass is made. Okay, retreat, hard dribble, hold it right there, good. So now our guards who are back in a formation laterally side by side will attack the dribbler, contain the dribbler, okay, put the heat on him in the mid lane, and again deny by matching up with our second line. 3 matches in the middle and 4 matches on the side. Okay, ball is back. Let's say now the pass is successfully made to the mid lane and we're a little late and the ball goes from the guard in the mid lane to the short middle. How do we handle it from there? Pass is made. Okay, ball, pass it. Okay, good. So we stay in the press. If the pass is made successfully into the short middle and we were a little late in denying that with our front lines, we're going to rotate, sprint back, recovery first, now get the ball, okay, stopped via the dribble and pass with the trap. Again, we're matching up with anything on the next pass up the sideline. Okay, ball is back. Next phase, we talked about, pressuring the ball. We didn't want the pass into the deep middle. We didn't want the diagonal pass made. But again, never say never. It's going to happen sometimes. On a long diagonal pass from one side of the court to the other, we look to stay in the press by trapping with the weak side, the deep middle man, and the guard who's in the short middle. So we skip it harder, diagonal pass, go, we dribble, hold it right there, good. Now notice that Jody Lumpkin went from the deep middle, he rotated back. He made sure he was going to stop the ball, contain it. Now he came up to put the heat on and the pressure with the guard. So our guard, who was on this side of the court on the diagonal pass, was in the short middle. He traps with our 4-man. Notice our 5-man is still up the sideline of the court, basket size, and notice the rotation of our other 2 players. Our 3-man, who was deep middle, sprinted back, protect the basket, and wound up in the deep middle, and our pressure on the ball man, Troy Wheelis, had to sprint back into the short middle. So we have a 5-man, ball side, okay, front line player 3-man, deep middle, and other guard front line into the short middle. Now one more successful pass. Let's continue it Just like on the right side of the court, we trapped with the 5-man. He came out, he pressured, he contained. And the second trap up the sideline will continue with our forward. The 4-man who had been on the ball sprints back to form this trap. 4 and 5.